And we're back, ladies and gentlemen.
To what? To what, Jay?
VP and who?
The J Show.
Yes, sir.
Regresamos, mi gente.
We're back.
A otro episodio.
Ya lo sabe.
Another episode in English. You already know.
A little bit of Spanish sometimes for some sazon.
Sí,
Yeah,
no,
for sure.
pero ni de sazón, porque ya I have some listeners telling me, pero ya messed me up porque me hablaron en inglés y yo no entendí más. Pero no.
Está bien.
Vamos a ver qué vamos a hacer en
Yeah,
él.
you know, you never know what's going to happen.
Una vaina elegante, no pasa nada.
Pero
So
no,
it's-
pero para que tú veas, we got both listeners.
It's a windy night. That doesn't mean Jay stopped sweating.
No, always.
I'm having one of my more heavier sweaty nights.
¿Tú viste? You seen this? I mean, sorry. You heard this?
What's that?
He mentioned his own self that he was
It's
sweating.
about time.
You feel me?
It's about time, man.
Listen.
We tired of promoting the sweat, man.
Listen.
It's okay.
A complete man is
Yo.
self-aware. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and now I can say, I'm every day I'm a little bit more self-aware, but
Ay,
especially
mi
now
madre.
that I'm just become 1 year older. So I
Yeah,
feel like
man.
I'm a little
Hey,
bit wiser.
Happy birthday to
Appreciate
Jay,
that,
man.
appreciate that,
Dale,
appreciate that.
felicidades, Jay, en tu cumpleaños, güey.
I mean, although we had the happy birthday wishes via text message and in our group chat, I want to go on air right now and wish you a happy birthday.
Appreciate you, my brother.
Happy birthday,
thank you,
Jay.
thank you,
Happy
sir.
birthday.
Yeah, why not, man? I want to wish you a lot of blessings, man. Whatever mission you couldn't accomplish last year, I hope they double up this year.
Así mismo.
And prosperity, health,
Thank you.
wealth,
I only
Money.
turned 44 once.
for sure.
So I gotta make it. So I gotta make it count.
44, Jay.
I gotta make it count. Yeah,
Damn,
I'm the
Jay, you made
oldest. I'm the oldest of the show.
Damn, Jay,
I'm
you
the
made
senior, the senior.
you made me feel young.
I'm glad I can do something for
For
you.
sure, for sure.
You know.
Damn. Pero está bien, está bien.
Yeah, we were brainstorming like we usually do and seeing what we're gonna bring to the audience from time to time. A lot of the time we just freestyle and it comes out great. But toxic relationships.
Yeah, this is something that came up. Sorry.
Toxicity. How you say it? Toxicity?
Toxicity.
Toxicity.
This is something
Ooh,
actually that
thank
came
you.
up last weekend. That V and I were here chilling with his wife and her
Ay,
best
mi
friend, and we
madre.
got into relationship talk, and we're like, damn, problems.
It was too much, P.
Problems.
Too much is too much.
Especially when we're talking about like young love, your first love, and like
Who was your first smash?
who you first smash.
I mean, but hold on. Cause that first love, right? That's the one that they call puppy love, right? That's the one that you can eat, and you want to stay on the phone all night till somebody falls asleep. But it's still toxic, man. You know what I'm
Right,
saying? So, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's
Right.
talk about it.
Oh, real quick though, there are two types though. I will tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, I didn't experience this. I think it would be cool. I know a lot of people do. Is like that first love, the one that you regret love, like you wish, like damn, I can see her again, type of love. And then there's the one that I experienced, which was like the first girl that quote unquote I loved. Oh, I thought I did. Later on in life, I realized I didn't. It was just what I wanted, and I was hoping for, and it just didn't. It wasn't that I thought it was. You know what I mean? Until I grew older and wiser.
I mean, with that said, that's where it comes so complex, right? Because you don't know how to differentiate, how to separate one from the other.
Differentiate,
Differentiate, that's the word. One from the other, right? Because it's like, okay, I'm caught up in the mix. She's the one. Maybe that's the first one that let you touch her. Or this is what it feels like. And it's a lot of things that go into fruition that you could get lost in translation, which is it's that word, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, like puppy love, right? Like
Right.
you don't really, you think that's the one and the only one.
Right.
you know?
Obviously, not the first girl you date. The first girl that you think, okay, I'm in love. You know what I mean? Type of thing.
Right. Yes.
It's different, 'cause some
Yes,
people
yes,
like-
yes. Because I'm gonna use myself for an example, right? So I was in Comstock, probably third grade. I thought this girl was just the prettiest girl ever, right? But I never dated her, right? So I never fell into the trap with this particular person until then I found the first love, whatever, the one that we would dress alike and this and that. And that. So it's a lot of things that go into that. So there is two things. There are two different things. Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Man.
Yes, sir. Speak on it.
Man. I thought I was in love a lot. I just, I'm a crusher.
He's a lover boy. Lover boy.
I just crush a lot, dog. Big
All right,
pun
big
saying.
pun.
But nah, what can I say? My first love. That's what we talking about.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
kinda.
what we when we thought we were in love.
Well,
when we thought.
not really, because we said toxic relationship. That doesn't mean your first love. It could be someone that you're not.
Well,
loving, you're with.
thank you for bringing it back, Jay. So it's not the first love. We almost got sidetracked
Right,
on
yeah.
that. Toxic is goes deep, bro. Toxic go deep, man. Sometimes we're the toxic.
I think I've been
Sometime.
lucky.
You haven't run into no one toxic like that.
I did run into one, but I got
You gotta wait out. You woke up early.
shoo.
You got saved by the bell.
Me Saved by the Bell, me pasé por el lado. Swing.
Dang.
Oh,
Oh, no, sorry. Yo le pasé por el lado. Swing.
Mm.
Que was by panty days, so you know nigga had a lot. Nigga
oh,
had-
so that was much
I
later on
coulda
in life.
choose,
That
I
was much
coulda
later on in
choose.
life. Okay.
For
I could
me,
choose.
for me, I don't think I damn, can I really say? I don't want to say it was toxic to that extent, right? I was in Brownsville, and I've said it here in the air on a different occasion, and it just so happened she was American. I'm not gonna say black or white because we're talking about Brownsville, so she was American. We all know it was in Brownsville.
Cocolito.
So
Just go by the name of the town. How about that?
yeah, so it was like, and you know, pretty her, nothing crazy, but I wasn't really heading that direction just based on my culture,
Yeah.
and it was a problem. It's like, oh no, but why? And that's as far as I got into being in a toxic relationship, right? Because it was like, you tripping and you should be with me and not with them because they're but hold on, I'm Spanish. You know what I'm saying? Like I do play
hell
the
no.
trumpet, I play the trumpet and I play shortstop. Like there's no more Dominican than that. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the band playing the trumpet and I'm playing shortstop for the team. So whatever, but I don't think my wife to today's day, she done some toxic shit, but we ain't gonna go that deep. It's not it. It's not it.
Yeah.
But toxic, there's some toxic people out there.
Yeah, so we got lucky then. We got lucky. We didn't get nothing.
We got spared like the young kids say. We got spared.
So maybe I guess it's up to me.
For sure.
I
Why
guess it's
not?
up to me.
Why not?
You been through some things.
So God gave me some foreshadowing in life. For people that don't know what foreshadowing means, they're giving you a preview of what's to come. A little sign.
A light.
So I had my first girlfriend in first grade. Her name was Desiree, right?
J being J. I ain't was
too.
thinking about no
Me
girlfriend.
too.
Yeah, me you. No.
But you know what was crazy?
The first time for
She
me was in the third grade.
But a mí se me tiró ella a mí.
Well,
She grabbed me, she kissed me, and everything. I was like, oh, Lord.
in first grade.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Oh, y'all niggas been out. Y'all
Look
niggas
at
been
little half.
outside
Look at
early.
little half. Look at little half
Island
of it.
girl.
Y'all niggas been outside early.
Nah,
Stupid
I
early.
liked this somebody.
I
They
think
ain't
I
even
was
like
like-
me in third grade.
I think I was like 8, 9 years old.
Y'all niggas loose.
but here's my thing.
Like,
we
yeah,
both
like
first
8,
grade.
9.
The most we did was
Dang.
hold hands. We didn't do nothing else.
That's a
beyond
lie,
that. I never
Jay.
kissed her. In
Jay,
front,
but that's a lie. Y'all
I'm
niggas
just-
doing too much.
I can see that from Jay. You see, he's a shot man.
like my first grade, I'm trying to be a gentleman.
Shit. Uh-huh.
But here's where the
I mean, nowadays,
here's where
back
the
in the-
here's where the problem lies.
listen to him.
Here's where the problem lies.
Don't listen to him, B. He
The
lying.
reason I broke up with her after a week.
He broke up with her
After a week.
because all she wanted to do
Dang,
was
he
hold
broke-
hands.
he broke-
Because all she wanted to do was hold hands. Go ahead, Jay.
No, because
talk to the public, Jay.
like
talk to
the
him.
people that haven't seen Jay, I'm a robust, full man. You know what I mean? I love to eat.
Mm-hmm.
And when we would go to have
ain't wanna
lunch
share?
together,
She ain't wanna share?
we would sit together for lunch. And you have choice of what you want to eat. I'm always getting like the pizza, the nuggets, stuff like that. And she's like, why don't you ever get like the salad, the healthier stuff? I'm like, you gonna do this to me?
Oh, it's over.
Really? Now you want to control my life already? You know what I mean? Like that. So I was like, I can't do this no more. I broke up with her because of that.
Wait a minute.
Damn,
wait a minute.
Jay.
Wait a minute.
First grade, Jay, you breaking up with her. Nah, Jay,
Wait, Pete. Give me this one. I gotta scratch that.
That's not right.
How the heck that little girl already thinking like that to eating healthy? What
Well-
tú eras tan gordito?
No, yo no estaba tan gordito. I wasn't. Actually, I was slim. But she was slim, so maybe she has like parents that, they're also
okay,
like
maybe.
into like fitness and healthy lifestyle, so they promote that for her. Now she's trying to push that on me. I'm like, well, girl, you gotta like me for who I am. I mean, I'm not saying these thoughts for me. It's like I'm eating my nuggets. I don't give a fuck about you. That's what I was going on in my head. I wasn't doing all this extra shit. After that, I had some PTSD. I didn't date again. Seriously.
Jay, but I thought you said the first one wasn't serious. You were just holding hands. See what I'm saying? That's why I told you if you don't listen to him.
You know what? I loved her name.
stalling.
I loved her name, Desiree. It was just a thing back in the time.
First grade, still dragging the name.
Damn.
I remember her name, right? Like it's the thing. Like,
it was deep. It was
We're
deep.
not gonna remind the audience how old you are. How old you just turned? Yeah.
Desert, if you're out there and you're hearing him,
in first grade, mind
go
you,
to Instagram, see his face. You'll remember.
So in first grade, I must
not
have
gonna
been,
be out.
I must have been like 6 or 7. You know what I mean? Like
Nada más tiene barba.
I have not changed because I'm not gonna lie to you. I have broken up. No, not you can't say broken up because I was talking to girls from like dating sites, and like we might have a
Oh,
cool
but that's already
conversation.
after high school.
I know, but I'm saying like I haven't changed in that sense, like being petty about breaking up. Because I was talking to one girl, I did not like her name. After a while, I'm like, I can't be with someone with that name because her name was Macarena.
I mean, around the time was when the
And
song
for
came
me,
out.
I'm like, no,
When the
wait,
song-
this was
way after the song?
Nigga, this was like 5 years ago.
So you been so
But
you
in my
been,
head, every time I hear her name, I'm like Macarena. Alright, you know what I'm saying?
so being toxic doesn't fall only under the person you're dating. You could also be the toxic.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah, that's some toxic shit.
Yeah.
Like you just wanna break up with her.
No,
because
we weren't-
toxic
not
can go
breaking up.
deep.
Nigga,
Not break.
wow.
Stop
Petty,
talking. Stop
that's
talking.
petty.
It's-
That's not
That's called stop talking. We weren't together.
That
Talk.
nigga petty.
I never
That's not
even
even
met her.
toxic.
I never even met her. I
That's
never met her.
petty. That's nigga petty.
But I will tell you this: the first girl
Petty, petty.
the first girl that I thought I loved, my first real
¿Cómo se
relationship,
llamaba ella?
Kamala Harris.
Tatiana.
Ay, mi
Oh.
cuarto.
And
Tatiana?
Let me tell you what
Well, we
she
had a Tatiana in the hood. We had a Tatiana in La Plata.
a Tatiana.
We had one.
Tatiana.
No, we had a Tatiana. Okay.
And let me tell you why I know better now. It wasn't gonna work out because she's half Cuban, half Puerto Rican. So like that's already a tough mix right there.
Las mujeres son fuertes.
Yeah.
So we were together for about 4 years, and we broke up about 20 times and got back together.
Oh, that shit
In the
was
4-year
toxic.
span.
Huh?
In the 4-year span.
In the 4 years.
Oh, yeah, that shit was toxic.
She's the girl.
That was breaking up every other week.
just about.
Damn,
about.
man.
And like
If my
it would
math
be
serves me
like,
right.
oh damn. And at first, I wasn't that toxic. She was the one that brought it out of me. Because at first I was like,
Oh, come on, Jay.
let me tell you.
Don't do that. Don't
'Cause
do that.
I,
No,
I'm with
he
her.
would- no,
I don't know
wait.
her. I'm
I
gonna
wasn't-
defend. I'm
I
gonna
wasn't-
defend her.
Wait,
I wasn't built that way.
Don't do this to me.
Wait,
I'm gonna
wait.
defend her.
He wasn't that petty yet.
I wasn't built that way. I wasn't built that way. I came that way along the way. Let me tell you, like when we were together, I was like 27, 26. She was like 23.
He already broke up when in
24,
first grade.
24.
What you talking about?
24,
No.
right? And
He
like-
broke up with the chick in first grade because she
and
wanted
like-
one of these salads.
And I was clubbing.
It was his fault.
I
Go
was
ahead.
clubbing a lot.
Go
So,
ahead,
so
Jay.
was she.
I'm with you.
So was she. I met her at the club. Actually, when I met her, it was at Martini Bar in Sunset Place.
That doesn't mean
And I remember I
nothing.
was drunk, and I saw her
Yeah,
there.
I remember them days, sunset.
Listen, I should have known better because I saw her and like she had a lot of like friends, guy dudes, friends, shit like that.
Oof.
But I was already like drunk, so I was there dancing, trying to like get past through them, get to her and shit like that.
Not
We
knowing they were her
connected.
friends, or you already knew they were her
Knew
friends?
none of them. Knew none of them. I
Okay.
just skipped through all them niggas when I started talking to her. But
Oh, that's what happened. She was like, oh, then the nigga had the balls to come over.
But we got
here.
to that point. We got to that point where, you know, she liked to go out. I like to go out. You know, we're young, go clubbing. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna go clubbing. Like, oh, let me go with you. Like, no, I'm just gonna go with the girls. At first, I was like, all right, cool. But that would happen a lot. And she would end up clubbing the same places I was at.
Oh shit.
And then she was like, oh, you know, I'm here. She would tell me like, oh, if I see you there, just, you know, pretend you don't see me. I'll do my own thing. I'm like,
But
all
y'all-
right,
but
cool.
y'all were together,
All right,
though.
cool. We're together. But she told me that, like, if you see me there, just like,
That
pretend
shit
you-
would
whatever.
lose.
I'll be my friend. Cool.
That
So
shit
then-
would lose.
Yeah.
So then I make sure I start dancing with the girls. Next, you know, that bitch comes start running over here and almost gets into a fight with that girl to get me. I'm like, I thought we were doing our own thing. You know,
Right.
shit like that would happen. This is the same girl. 'Cause I had this talk on Saturday with V and, you know, and these girls that were here. That like, I was always suspicious about her and her ex-man because her ex-man lived like in the same apartment complex as her best
Oh
friend.
no.
So I'm like, one
No,
time
no,
I hit
no,
her
no.
up when she was there, she didn't answer. I'm like, what the fuck? So when she slept over, you know, this is a long time. This is how you know I'm old. I wasn't looking through her phone. It wasn't that. I was looking through her Kodak digital camera.
Wow.
And I'm
Antique,
I'm
antique.
swiping the thing. It's still like a touchscreen kind of thing. But I see her with her ex. I'm like, that bitch was at a fucking that nigga's apartment and shit like that. They're hanging out together. I don't see them kissing, holding each other, but they're together. So I wake her up and I'm like, what the fuck is this? And she has the audacity to tell me like, I can't believe you fucking violated my privacy and looked at my shit. So she was trying to turn that shit around against me. And she's, well, you know what? I'm leaving. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. We were back together again like 3 or 4 days later.
Right. I mean,
Oh
right.
damn.
Rightfully so to a certain extent. for her to
Él
say
es masoquista, él es
for,
masoquista.
for her to say why you going through my things or whatever. But there was red flags way beyond that, right? Because it's like if you see me, you don't know me, and if I see you, you don't know
No,
me.
but she was the one that created that.
Right.
That's
I,
what I'm
I didn't
saying.
want to do
That's
that.
what
I didn't want to do
Because
that.
she
That's what
had
he's saying.
she had her whole itinerary already scheduled.
Oh, but let me.
based on whatever. But
I gotta give you the twist ending at the end about that.
the trust
Because I never saw her with other niggas like that. You know, stuff
Right,
like that.
but,
That's cool.
but for her to say that
Right.
already, she was already setting her grounds just to make
Right.
sure if you do see something, you don't see
Right.
anything.
And you know,
right?
and I've done my shit too. Like I remember one time we were going with her and her friends to celebrate somebody's birthday at the Hard Rock when they used to have I think it was Passions, the club back then.
Yeah, the
Little
club.
while ago.
We went there, and this was the days that they had the original Four Locos, the one that still had the alcohol, hard alcohol, and the energy drink in it. And I had 3 of those motherfuckers before I walked in there.
Oh,
So you
I
couldn't
was-
see nothing.
I was blacked out.
Yeah.
They say I took my shirt off, I vomited, I wanted to fight the bouncer and shit like that, and she got mad at me. She was screaming at me, and her friend got mad at her for like being upset at me instead of taking care of me. So the other night, we're broken up and shit like that. I remember none of this shit. In the morning, she's there sleeping with me, and I'm like, tap her. I was like, I know you're mad. And she's like, mad, nigga, we're broken up. I was like, just go back to sleep. So I woke her up later. I was like, hey, you want to go to Flanagan? She's like, yeah. Little shits like that.
Now, with that said,
That shit was crazy.
with that said, V, let's
Ay, mi
transition.
madre.
Let's transition into this, right? Because it's almost a
Got nothing
caveat.
to do with it, but
There's a caveat to this, like an ex, a friend, a
Eso
best
no va
friend,
conmigo.
a best friend, an ex. Because there's girls too. There's girls that really take care of their friends and whatever. And there's a lot of friends that take care of the friend because they want the man that the friend is with.
Right.
There's a lot of sequence to this shit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? What is too much of it? What is too much of it? What, as an ex-boyfriend, how much can you be involved? Or you as a new boyfriend, if you're coming in and she has a friend, you don't know if they've been together. You don't know if they slept together. You don't know what the relationship is.
Right.
How much is too much of you taking into receiving the person you're going to be with the extra baggage? How much is too much?
I guess it's different for everybody. You know what I mean? It's different for everybody.
Yeah,
I don't know
it
how
is.
much you guys have experienced in that sense, if at all. Hopefully not. But, it's...
I'm pretty sure
I
everybody has
experienced
a
it
little
both.
bit. Yeah, dude. I've experienced it one way more than another, but in reality, we have to come to the ground root of things. Like, how much is too much, right? Because
Right.
it's like, okay, I'm with you, I'm with you.
yeah.
Why is this ex-significant other, ex, or your best friend, quote unquote, that y'all probably never slept together, or this girl that is your friend? How do you trust that
Right.
third party? It's a
I
third
get you.
party. It's
I
a
get
third
you. I
party.
get you.
It's at
get
the end of
you.
the day, it's a third party.
Right, right.
However you want to look at it.
Right.
We can speculate whatever we want as innocent bystanders, but at the end of the day, it's a third party. How much is
Right.
too much of being a third party?
True.
Man. I done a lot though. I ain't gonna lie. I done both.
Both
Now,
what? What do you mean by both?
I've been the one that, you know what I mean?
You've been the...
You've been the hater, and you've been the hated on. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
He's been the toxicator and the toxicated.
Yeah.
Intoxicated. And I regret it, and I'm sorry. And mention no name, but Jesus.
Talk about it.
I did something like
Talk about it. Give me both scenarios, man.
I was
Since
dating-
we're trying to figure out which one is too much. So talk to me.
Nah.
No,
Okay,
you don't gotta
hold
go
on.
on that, but just
Hold on. Let him think about it. Look, let him think about it real quick
go ahead.
so I can finish the story of this girl because I gave you the beginning. I gave you the middle. Let me give you the end real quick. So I have see you want to talk about it.
Dale.
The end is this. She was living with me at my crib.
Okay.
And
That's
the,
deep.
The second to last time, she left without even saying anything. She texted me. Oh, she texted me after I hit her up, like, where are you? After a few days and shit like that, like, oh, I don't think we should be together anymore. After a few days of me texting her, she disappeared. Then she came back like an asshole. I took her back. And then the final time, she left from my crib again. That's it. She never came back. She left a bunch of stuff. And I was like, let me look through her shit. She left a journal. I'm looking through that journal. And that's when I find out that I never had to worry about her hooking up with guys. I had to worry about her hooking up with girls. She was like on the thing. I'm like, am I gay? Am I bi? And she like that. It was whole shit. So she left me for a girl that was living in.
Damn.
I never heard from her for shit. Like she left her shit, some of her shit, there, and that was it. Like 3 years later, I'm pulling up to my crib at night. Her car pulls up. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, oh, you know, I want to talk to you and stuff like that. She comes inside. Before we talk, we fucked. Because I'm an ass. I'm an idiot, right? And then she tells me, look, I figured out that I'm gay. I have a girlfriend right now that I'm in love with. Mind you, we fucked. And she's like, but we really want to have a kid. And obviously we're girls. We can't. So, like, I would like to, like, have a kid with you. And then you don't be part of their life at all. Just give them to us and do that. I'm like, bitch, are you crazy? I can't do that shit. I cannot do that. Like, I cannot do that. Like, I would have to be part of their life, nigga. What if that's the only kid I have? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
like that.
right.
Nah. So that was kind of the end of it. And I told her, nah, bitch, you fucking crazy.
Now
And we're done.
I'm back. Think about it. Thinking about it again now. Thinking back. Sorry. Were you do it like just?
No, because that would be even worse for me. Because now you're talking about like,
That's your first child.
Because I don't have kids now, and like I appreciate even more even having one. So
Yeah,
I will be like, you're telling me you want to have a kid and I can't see them? Hell no, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I understand. But going back to what you said, I kind of overheard when I was walking. She left you for a girl.
Yes, sir. And as a young man, you know how much that hurt my manhood at that moment, thinking about like, damn, maybe I'm not good enough, you know, type of shit like that. Like now I know it's not that. You are who you are. You know what I mean? Like
It was that. It wasn't you.
Yeah. And I didn't feel that bad when she came back though, because now I was like, I
smashed, but she
first,
told you the
then
truth.
she told me afterwards.
So that was good.
Like, we didn't have to smash to do it. I could have just I could have donated my sperm, but she chose to want to smash. I'm like, all right, cool.
But you did it without a condom?
With her, yeah, because we were together for 4 years, so
So she was trying to get you. Did you come?
I didn't nut inside her.
Oh.
The only time I ever nut inside her, she forced it on me. Like, she would lock her legs, and I was like, ah!
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
But I feel you, though. I feel what you
That was relationship number 1, toxic relationship relationship number 2, toxic relationship number 2. The first one was Desiree in first grade. According to me.
Jeez.
So you're not gonna give us a little scoop, man?
Nah,
I gave him time to think about it.
I felt like I was the toxic one.
That's fine. Just
And
talk
I
We want to
about
hear
it.
about it.
We don't gotta talk about what year it was.
And it was not
who
really
was.
toxic. I really I was so young and
That's
naive.
fine. Let's
that
talk about it.
I was just a cheater. Not even toxic.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I've never been toxic. I've been so nice. I can make girls. Well, I used to make girls fall in love, like, cause I'm nice. I treat them good and everything. They fall in love and I'm funny. Whatever I do, whatever it is, I be myself.
Right.
But I did try a lot of them, you know, and I'm sorry.
Has a girl ever made you feel like really jealous?
Not
Like,
not all of them, but I tried a lot of them. Looking back, I'm like, damn, I did some dumb shit.
Yeah.
You know,
Young
like
and dumb, young and dumb.
yeah,
That's the whole point.
They'll pull up to my house, be there with my mom, nigga will slide to go to
Live it with the old girl.
leave it with the old girl. I'll be back, gone.
Nigga.
She won't see me. She'll be gone. She gotta go home. I'll see you next week, in 2-3 days or whatever.
It's called young, dumb, and broke.
And that doesn't
Yeah.
mean that I went to go chill with another girl. It was like I'm out. Bahapati tonight. I'm out.
I mean, we
And of course, I did some other shit. You know, yeah.
not taking into consideration the value of the person,
But that's young.
but that's young. That's what I'm saying. That's not really considered toxic.
And
It's
I,
not.
no, I said that's what I said it wasn't toxic.
Yeah,
and I didn't
no.
have guidance. You know,
Yeah, because
my father
I
passed
mean,
early, and I didn't have an older brother.
we're not
tell
using
me,
excuses here
No,
today.
I mean,
sorry, we're not using-
I'm gonna tell y'all.
Wait, nah, like I was saying, you know, and I didn't have a brother to tell me, look, nigga, don't do this with female.
No.
Because my older brother, I was more slicker than him and I had more girls than him. You feel me?
No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you when it comes to that, man. I feel like
Yo gustaba mucho.
I feel like women, girls, women,
Mm-hmm.
they develop, they evolve,
Faster.
they understand,
They mature.
they mature. That's the word that I was looking for first.
Mature for
Way
Yeah, of course.
faster than
Right.
we do, bro.
But you know what kind of balances out a little bit?
Us or not.
I mean, men are emotional, but women are emotional. I kind of balance out too, because you can be as mature as you want. If you can't control your emotions,
That's when it become toxic.
exactly. That's the point.
That is true.
especially when you're like, I mean, I don't want to say it like that, especially when you're doing them right. Let me say it as clean as I can. You know,
Yeah.
when you hit them right, like, okay, now I don't care about your red flags and all that shit. Now you driving me crazy.
I don't see me. I'm an emotional disaster. Me. Just confession to the air and confession to you guys, my brother. Brothers.
My confessions.
I'm an emotional disaster, bro, because that could be the most dumbest shit. I'd be ready to be in my pocket. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it just happens, you know what I'm saying? And it could be my kids, it could be my wife, it could be my parents, whatever. It doesn't really matter. It could be my in-laws.
Yeah.
You know, I'd be ready to share a tear just because they're there. They're part. My shits are part. And we just got to be careful. You know, we got to be able to separate one from the other and kind of be able to control them, not to get jammed up in the mix. Because
Right.
from time to time, especially a person that understands that they are emotional disaster, like I am,
Yeah.
I got to be able to understand that and put it into perspective from time to time. We could stay in the transition of where we at or in the trend of where we at, but I'm a kind of deferred real quick. Like on the 11th of March, my daughter been in the hospital for a month. It'll be a month. She
Right.
could get out tomorrow, but if we make it to the 11th, it'll be a month. And I've cried more than I see my wife cry. Right? I highly doubt.
Cuando yo lo que-
I highly
adelante
doubt
que-
that it hurts me more than her, but I wouldn't doubt it that it hurt me more than her because just the expression, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
there's people that are stronger than others. That's what I'm saying. The emotional disaster
Right.
that I am, bro. Like
Right.
I'm nasty with it. But when it comes to that and understanding that you do harm to people, we have to also understand that they grow faster than us. Sometimes we think we're doing the right thing. Sometimes we don't analyze or observe that we're doing the wrong thing. But females is a mother nature type shit. You know what I'm saying?
That
So
is
True.
true.
they're ready when they're born. Like how the fuck
Basically.
these motherfuckers females are ready when they're born. They're just ready. They're born ready. You know?
Yep.
Should be like that.
I'm not gonna go to crazy shit, but you know how we get mad? They go, the female don't know how to drive. No, it's just they more cautious than us.
For sure.
That's
For
it.
sure, for sure.
You lose your patience over time because you've seen it over and over again.
You know?
For sure.
But yeah, you know, we could change it. But going back, kids with a female, right?
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
to stay in the transition.
Yeah.
How many? Okay, well, hold on.
How
hold
many-
On, hold on. I could speak. I could speak because I got the most in the crew.
Wait.
I got the most in the crew. Let me
yes,
let
but
me
then-
introduce this.
Can you?
But you had them
Can
with
you?
her. It's different.
Wait, it doesn't matter.
It does.
It
because
doesn't. It doesn't matter.
No, but what I
because-
was gonna say is, Pete,
Go
can
ahead.
you date a female? I think you was going there. Were you going there?
No, I would
That's
have
where I-
led it.
that's where I was
I
going
would have
with it.
led it to that. I would have led it to that because I started with a female that had only one. So
That's
no-
easy.
that's normal.
That's
But
easy.
I think I was going the other route. Like, can you date a female that have a guy friend?
But that's what.
Oh.
No. We kind of
I was doing- I thought we were doing
blended
the
off
kids.
for that. But okay, hold on.
Okay, sorry. We could come back to that. But how many kids?
Kids is too much kids. But that's what I'm trying to say. That's why I feel like I have the leverage. I have the leverage because
But you don't because you had
I
one.
do. No, but I do, and I'm gonna tell you why. Let me say it, Jay, because I met her with one,
Yeah,
but if I leave her, I have five.
yeah.
So I
You haven't
could say
experienced what happens after that.
no, but that's what I'm saying. I could say it because
Right.
I met her with one. If I leave her, not her, I have five.
Right.
So whoever comes into my picture, got to deal with five.
Oh, I understand.
You know, so that's what I'm saying.
I understand.
So, more than two is too many.
Okay. Understandable.
More than two is too many.
May I jump into this
ahead.
question real quick because
You got the floor.
I'm gonna transition from the first thing that we talked about to this one too. The second girl that I fell in love with, right? Let me go start off while she's talking, and I'll tell you about the kid situation. Second girl I fell in love with, I met her on Plenty of Fish, which was already a red flag. She lived in Homestead, Florida City area. She moved around down there. Hood as fuck, like Hood as fuck. Like she's a former gang member. Her first baby daddy was a former gang leader.
Oh my god.
Her second baby daddy was a SoundCloud rapper.
What?
And when I met her, she don't have any more. It's been the same. I don't know. She has 4 kids.
Brr?
And I started dating her. The youngest was like a little over a year. The oldest one was like 9 or 10. And I stayed there. I'm not gonna lie to you. I stayed there because that shit was great. You know what I mean? Like I just keep it like that. You know what I mean? That shit was great.
Keep it a buck.
And
keep it a buck.
I kept it like, damn, like, why am I not living better? Why am I lowering myself now? Like, oh, her water's cut off. I send her a few bucks here on Western Union, shit like that. And like, when she's cut off, with the money, and like, it was 4 kids, and it was a lot, nigga. Like, the first time I went over there, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna take the kids out. I took them out, like, okay, let me go to a cheap place. We go to a buffet. I took them to Golden Corral. That shit was like $150. I'm like, holy shit. Like, goddamn, I
This
can't
is
afford
real
this
life.
shit at this time. Yeah.
It's real life.
After that, I learned. I was like, I would show up to the crib with like 4 Little Caesars pizza. Like, guess what, kids? I got pizzas for y'all. They're like, ah. I told her, like, you and I are going out to Olive Garden.
Damn right. Damn right.
But she wasn't used to none of that shit. She was like used to hood shit. And it was just,
Yeah,
everything was a problem. Like,
I
she
think-
wasn't like, sorry, she wasn't like talking to a nigga, shit like that. It was just, she was so hood that she was dragging me down and everything. And I was trying to like stick with it because like I just liked it so much.
Yeah, but I think 2+ is too much.
No, you're right.
2+, mind you, that's a person with 1 baby daddy. Let alone you got 2 different baby daddies now, because you have to also understand that you intaking the baby daddy role. You intaking the
Right.
baby daddy
Right.
doing the responsibility. This person all of a sudden they see somebody that's really
Right.
holding it down. Now they want to be back in the
Right.
picture. It's a lot of shit, but now it counts the kids plus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. And the one thing I never experienced, like, whatever, as a blessing, like, I'm a 27-time stepdad champion, which means I've experienced 27, like, kids that I've have girls, like, that many kids, like, stepdaddy roles and shit like that. But never once have I had to worry about a guy that gave me a problem. They were never in their lives, the girls I dated. Either they
Amen
were-
to that.
Either they didn't want to be there, or they were in jail for murder, or like some other shit like that. They were never there. So I never had that baby daddy drama ever in my life, ever.
Thank
So
God to
I'm
that.
thankful for that.
That's just different. That's just different.
Yes, it is, man.
I don't know if you guys have experienced that, dating like younger, nothing like that. No, I don't think you would, because you've been with Sylvia for a minute.
Yeah, but before that, bruh, I dated so much girl, but it's not even funny. I promise.
Older women. And niggas like
No, and I dated-
that nigga's like 5 years old dating a 21-year-old.
No,
I'm
but going
exaggerating.
back,
I'm just-
I probably dated one that she had a baby, but not really, not dated, like talking to, so, but nothing crazy. So it's just talking to it, ain't nothing. I'm gone, cause I had other choices.
My baby daddy issues is still under review.
Okay.
It's under review because I don't think it's a one-track road or a dead end type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I still got to do the analysis and the understanding of it. But at the end of the day, when I look at the bigger picture, right? My daughter calls me dad. My daughter fucks with me 100.
Amen to that.
So so there's other things in fruition that you look at it and you be like, well, I'm him. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So regardless of whatever adults go through, the child that's in between the triangle still makes me feel like
Right.
I'm the guy.
Let me ask you a hypothetical question. Let's say whatever, like, God forbid you and Yvette break up and now you're single. How difficult you think it would be for you to be dating somebody with like as many kids as you have? Do you think it would be almost impossible, or you think you can work around it?
I would think for a man it's easier.
Really?
Yeah.
I think women have more like
No.
more standards or more like rules and shit like that.
But that's why it's easier for a man. All you got to do is show that you're providing for yours, and that's the end of that.
yeah,
For a guy to get with a female that have X amount of kids, at some point you become a stepdad. For
shit,
a
as soon
guy,
as you go in, you a stepdad.
for a guy that has kids, you don't have to be a stepmom. You lay it down. This is what I do. I'm taking care of my kids. This is what I have them every
Right.
X amount of days of the year, whatever,
Yeah.
Right.
and we're done.
Because at the end of the day,
Now, if you're single, if you're the parent with the
Right.
child,
right.
now it
I
becomes
get
a
you. I
thing.
get you. Because at the end of the day, men are always expected to be the provider. So those women that date you expect, okay, he's gonna provide for his kids.
And that's it. I'm good.
But a woman who has kids by herself
Gotta
now
carry that
expects
torch.
you to provide for them immediately. Or not immediately, but like eventually.
not even because there are strong women out here
No,
that
I
hold
know,
their own.
but I'm talking about like the normal, the normal.
At the end of the day, when you're looking at it, like I'm gonna go date you and you have one child. I'm not even gonna put my number. You have one. Our planning gotta be orchestrated around this child because you're the mother.
Right.
It could be the weekend that we go out that the baby daddy have the child. It doesn't mean that you have to have this kid all the time. But me as a man, I'm a plan everything with your child.
Right.
So if I'm gonna meet you and you have 5 kids, I gotta think about 5 kids plus 1.
Right.
If I'm the one that's dating out there and I have my kids, I'm gonna make sure that the woman that's coming in don't have to worry about my kids.
Yeah, I got you.
Or we have the same amount of kids.
Right.
Or you have kids too
Yeah.
that where I can now
I get
even up the playing field.
I
You know
get
what
you
I'm
that because like when I start like dating girls, like I already know I'm 44. Any girl that I meet, usually my age, they're gonna have kids. I already know the situation. And I have
9 times out of 10.
And I have female friends that tell me like, bro, it's hard dating these guys because I tell them I have kids, and they get upset when I tell them I'm unavailable because I have my kids, and they don't understand. It's like, why don't they understand that shit? But for me, I already know that shit because I've been sort of a stepdaddy to many kids. So when they tell me like, oh, I have kids, my first question is like, hey, when are you free? When don't you have your kids so I can take you out? I'm always like, when are you available? Type of thing. And they appreciate that thing because not
Right.
a lot of guys do that type of shit.
Yeah, nah, look, yeah, my bad, mic went down. But yeah, I'm gonna bring in a caller that I call my brother right quick. He know about the topic we talking. So we got Mike on the line.
Dime a ver, Gavilán, ¿qué es lo que?
What it do, nigga?
No le esté dando golpe a ese muchacho que va a caer preso. Ah, bueno, pero no, abrázalo. Dale un besito a ese muchacho que lo que quiere cariño.
tirando chuipe aquí.
No, sobrino, coño.
Vete para allá.
Tiene que tratarlo mejor, eso es. Y él aprendió todo eso de él.
Eso es falta de cariño.
Él aprendió todo eso de él, me imagino.
Falte cariño. Si yo lo tengo homeschool, yo soy el maestro, el papá, el amigo, el primo.
Ay, pobrecito ese muchacho.
Ahí
Ay,
es que
ese
está el
muchacho.
problema.
Ahí es que está el problema. Ay, bobo en la carretera. Dime a ver, manita. Estamos aquí hablando de unos cuantos temas, ¿verdad? Que están un poquito pegajosos. El último que estábamos hablando era.
Talk.
No, de los kids, right?
Ya no, muchos muchachos, para uno meterse en una relación con una persona?
Yeah,
How many kids is too many kids to date somebody?
to date a female.
You want me to be honest with you?
Yes, sir, of course.
I dated a girl that had 3 kids, right? Everything was good. Like, it just dating, just like rip and dip type shit. But siempre hangado, no. I feel like I don't know. Though. I think like one is enough, bro.
And you, yeah. And you don't gotta mention no name, remember.
No, ¿y cuánto tú tienes?
I got 2.
Okay, so that's what I was saying. I think I have 5, right? But I think the good number, I think 2 is that number. Más de 2 es un problema, especially if you have with different baby daddies, because now you got to deal with 2 kids and 2 baby daddies.
Yeah.
¿Tú me entiendes?
That's
Ya es un
4.
problema, es un bobo esa vaina.
That's 4, basically.
It is, but this is the whole issue, right?
Mhm.
I would love to get into shit, but I don't want to put nobody, even if I talk, y'all gonna be like, oh, we already know who it is, So at the end of the day, like, it's crazy. Like, even if you date somebody that has a kid, then you're that person that you step in as a father, bro. The women, first of all, they can't tell you, no, tú no la puedes corregir, no, tú no le puedes dar. Mire, tu maldita madre, usted está loca. Am I bad if I'm cursing? And I know you guys.
Nah, we curse here. You good.
Okay. So at the end of the day, I do appreciate my baby mama. She did give me permission since day one. she's like, listen, if you have to hit her, you have to hit her. Just like you're the one basically buying shit for her, and you know she's like
You
your
raising
daughter.
her. You raising her.
Exactly. So now, right now, everything
Yeah.
is fine when it comes to that. But I feel like it comes a time that that person can be like, pero tú no eres papá de ella, mira, tu maldita madre, pero yo no soy papá ahora, no es verdad, pero
That shit
tengo que
happens.
llevar
Yeah,
la
that shit
patica
happens.
It does
arriba.
happen.
You know, that's the whole thing.
Well, wait,
That
wait. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
No.
No, what I was gonna say is my situation was a little bit different, Bella, because I met my wife with one child. She never told me I could hit her, but she never told me I couldn't. So this is where I came in at, and I did my own evaluation of the situation. I was like, okay, well, I don't want to hit her, and it's not like I had muchas ocasiones to hit her, right? It was just I was reserved on discipline. I was because the way that I was raised. So I didn't have to hit much. They didn't hit me much for me to understand.
Yeah.
So I used the same strategy with the kids, right? So then what happened was, since I didn't hit her much, once I had my firstborn child, I was like, damn, if I don't hit her, why should I hit him?
Yeah.
The fact that she turned out better than him, that's different because he's a boy. Somos tigres, whatever.
the boys somos más cazadores,
Nosotros nos desacatamos más rápido que las mujeres. Por la ley.
And even by parents, as parents, we don't let the girl as
Right.
You know,
Pero entonces, yo a la hija mía de crianza, primero era de crianza, primero. Y segundo, no tener esa energía para dar golpe hasta cierto punto.
Yeah.
Entonces, cuando nació el mío, me puse hasta más, more weak in a sense. Because si no le daba a ella, ¿por qué le voy a dar a él? He's mine. And if I don't do it to her, why would I do it to him? So that kind of backfired on me in the long run. Because él se me viró con carta al final. Ya se acotejó un poco, pero se me viró al final. Like,
Yeah.
you could see where I fucked up from the beginning. Because it's like, okay, I should have been beating this nigga ass from the gate.
Yeah.
But I didn't do it because the way that I was brought up, then the way that life presented to me to give me a child that I didn't have no business having, and not in a bad way, just that I was not a part of in the sense of creating her. Then I had mine, and I was lost in the sauce. You know, I'm like, oh shit,
Yeah.
¿qué hago? If I go left, it's too much. If I go right, it's too much. Do I stay in the middle? And I stayed in the middle, and it still backfired. So I could see what your wife told you.
Whoop his ass. It's never too late.
Oh, no, for sure. No, we did that. We no.
That nigga say like, hey, go. That nigga say like, hey, go home tonight.
Wait, Jay.
And
No.
beat that nigga right
No, we did have that checkpoint. We had that checkpoint, but I feel like the checkpoint could have been done earlier, and we wouldn't have to get to the second checkpoint.
Yeah, you should
¿Tú
have
me entiendes?
disciplined. You should have disciplined.
Right.
him
Boundaries
earlier,
would have been
yeah.
set.
Right, and that's my thing. The thing is, like what he's saying. The only reason why I brought it up is because he's saying he went about it like that because his woman told him, "You got it." My woman didn't. Ella nunca me la quitó la razón, ni me la dio tampoco. It was like, okay, we're even, we're good, let's run it. But then throughout the years, I was like, oh shit, goddamn, maybe I should have folded this nigga, dog, a long time ago. Why not?
Right.
You know,
Never too late.
never too late. Not for sure. You're right.
No, es verdad.
Just write it down. Quédate en la casa y piénsalo. ¿Tú te recuerdas que estaba en Wendy's en un día ahí me la hiciste en Wendy's? ¿Tú te recuerdas cuando me la hiciste en Foot Locker que no quería esos tenis por el color? ¿Tú te recuerdas que en el parque me dijiste...
Diablo, titua. 2 años dando golpes, nigga.
No, y después agarra, le da 2 o 3 de ñapa y cuando dice, ¿por qué me diste ahora? No, pues si acaso te pasaste, yo no me recordé.
Yeah, por si acaso me debe una. No, that's
Acaso me
retro.
recuerdo de una,
That's retro. That's the one that you owe me, del ñapa. Fuck it.
Y este por hacerme recordar. ¡Pam! Otra más.
Yeah.
Y esto por si acaso te pasa de la línea, coño.
So, okay, let's go into this one then. So, will you date a female that have a guy best friend?
Hell no.
Yeah, neither would I. And the reason I say this is because I have a girl best friend, and I know that situation, what it is, and I know what's up. That's the whole
Nothing.
situation.
So
I have
you-
a girlfriend that
Okay.
that my friend, all my friends hit it. And she used to call me her best friend.
Damn.
So
No,
hell
but no, meaning, will you date a girl and she have a best friend as a man?
Nah,
No.
nah, you can't do
Because
that.
I know what I've done with my best friend, and then one of my homeboys
And
dated
she
a
was,
girl for
she was
years.
dating, but she was dating somebody?
No, but she was just smashing whoever. She used to date niggas too. Yeah, of course.
No, but that's fine. But meaning if she was dating somebody and then you her
She was
guy friend and then you
she was
smash,
dating
that's what we're talking.
somebody. Exactly. Eso ha pasado. Pero no te estoy diciendo que el pana mío le pasó eso para ni mencionar el nombre that he was with the girl for like over 8 years. These people
Damn.
used to go everywhere. Italy, everywhere, everywhere. They used to travel everywhere. Y para el colmo ella terminó con el mejor amigo de ella.
Wait. So you know somebody that was dating somebody for like 8 years, and then
Yeah, they would.
her
They
best
would have got it for
friend,
a long time.
her best friend got with him or her.
No.
His best friend.
Ella tenía a guy best friend, tenía la mujer del amigo mío, tenía un amigo y supuestamente ella decía, no, yo creo que él es pájaro, ajá,
Mentira.
creo que él es pájaro. Ahí que están juntos ahora ellos dos, el pájaro y la exnovia de él.
Oh shit! And they got kids together.
Yeah, I think she do got a kid with him.
Pero te voy a hacer una pregunta, porque yo le escuché de lejito. Lo que yo entendí, y correct me if I'm wrong. Tú dijiste que a ti te decían best friend.
No. What's up?
Hold on.
No,
ahead.
yeah. A girl used to call me Biffle. Remember, Billy, when I used to live over there on 70th Street?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a friend that used to come over. She used to call me, oh, best friend esto, best friend lo otro. Y ella de vez en cuando hablaba con tigre and start dating them and shit like that. Y ella venía para mi casa.
Ahora la pregunta that's what I'm saying. I wanted to get to that point. So, entonces, si tú no estabas en nada, ¿verdad? Tú no estabas en nada con ella. Ella te decía best friend. Well, we don't know, but I'm just saying, en ese entonces, because that's history. We could talk about history, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect our relationships. But if she was considering you her friend and she's dating somebody, would it be wrong for the guy that's dating her or that's trying to date her to see you as a best friend?
That's wrong as hell. Shit. Porque tú sabes lo que tú estás haciendo, tú no puedes.
Pero venimos a lo mismo. La pregunta era, would you date somebody that has a friend? Y tú dijiste que no.
No.
A lot of us say no. A lot of us. Normal.
Yeah,
pero tú estabas en el otro lado. Tú eres el amigo, ¿verdad? Entonces, si ella va a salir con un tigre y ella le dice a su enamorado, a quien sea el tipo, oh no, que fulano es amigo mío, amigo full, no hay nada, lo que sea. You would have felt some type of way if the dude said, nah, I'm straight because you're dealing with Buddy.
Yeah, but the whole issue is, let's say, for example, if the guy tell me, yo, vamos a salir, que si esto, vamos a salir todos juntos, por ejemplo, con ella y con él, y conmigo. Like, como un grupo. I wouldn't go out, bro. I wouldn't even let her introduce me to her boyfriend, husband, whoever. And why? Because I'm the type of nigga that I know I'm doing something wrong. So, yo voy a estar dándole la cara, being a two-face in front of somebody. So, instead of me being that two-face, es de lejito.
So then your relationship with her are gonna fall because of this other person that's coming in.
Yeah,
it has to.
Okay, that's the point that I'm trying to get to, because tú te estás poniendo en la posición del amigo. Ahora nosotros, we did the question as the one coming into the relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's like I meet your sister, un ejemplo. But por decir, I don't know you. I meet your sister, but Julio is her best friend. Should I be comfortable because Jay is her best friend? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know that. I don't know what they've been through. But Jay know that he hasn't done nothing with your sister. They're just good like that. They're friends. They're friends, 100. But I got...
It doesn't matter, bro.
Huh?
Eso no importa. Let me tell you something, and you guys tell me if I'm wrong. The more time I don't even want to say this because it's going to look bad to all three of you guys by your answer if y'all girls hear this shit.
Nah, it don't really matter. Bro. We on the air, but we talk about whatever, bro.
Okay.
Yeah,
Whoever want to take it out of context, that's on them. We're not doing that.
So you are in a relationship right now with your girl.
Right.
Ustedes tienen su mujer los tres. Ustedes trabajan with a coworker que es una mujer. Right? Remember, you spend more time at work than you spend time in your house.
Right.
You know? You working with this girl 5 days a week. The more time you spend with this person, y la persona se ve bien. The more time you spend with this person, the more you start liking this person. tú me
By-
vas a gustar o ella te va a gustar a ti.
Mhm.
¿Me entiendes? Te lo digo porque me ha pasado a mí y visto que le ha pasado a otra gente también.
Right.
At the end of the day, the more time you spend with
I got the answer to that, but go ahead, continue. I got the answer.
But I guess as men,
No, I got the
don't
answer.
trust it that-
I got the answer. I got the answer. Go ahead, Maga. Talk to him.
okay, so tú estás en el trabajo y la tipa tiene su marido o lo que sea,
Mhm.
pero ustedes se están gustando. Would
Mhm.
you do something with that person?
You asking? Would you? Was the question?
Will you guys do anything with that person?
It's uncontrollable, but I got the answer.
Uh-huh.
Can I tell you the answer? It's
Yeah.
it's our responsibility as a significant other, ours as a man or a female.
you gotta try your best.
No. It's our responsibility and our due diligence to make sure that when your wife leaves the house or your man leaves the house, they're not missing anything. Because the devil is out there
Facts,
anywhere.
facts.
It could be at work, it could be in a bus ride, it could be an Uber driver because you don't have a car and you just jumped on the Uber and this girl looks so pretty, she's the driver or the guy. Wait, the guy coming to pick you up because he's an Uber driver, right? He smells good, el tipo de que está limpiecito, toda la vaina en un carro. You be like, damn, okay, la musiquita. But si tu mujer sale de su casa vacía, loco, tu mujer salió, the chances are her stepping out of line are slim to none. If you make sure your wife is good, un masajito, mi amor, te quiero, un abrazo de vez en cuando. And it goes vice versa.
Yeah,
Que la mujer
yeah,
taking
of
care of her man. Baby, how you doing? Baby, you all right? Did you eat? How's your lunch? When you start getting those things, you be like, why am I going to fuck a mine for a part-time? You understand what I'm saying? So you could work with somebody 7 days a week. 7 days a week. And she could be as fine as she want to be. But if you're taken care of, loco, I'm not gonna say it doesn't happen because it can happen. Obviously it can. But you're gonna think about it. As a man that we don't think with our heads because we're just wired different. A woman, por naturaleza, quiere sentimiento, quiere amor, quiere cariño before they fall into a trap. Some of them. The majority of the females. Hay mujeres que son cuero and they're gonna give it up because they just son cuero. That's fine. But a female gonna think about it more than a guy will. Si tú sales de tu casa vaciado, loco, that you know you're gonna come home to un besito, un abrazo, oh, dame esto, quiero, you're gonna think about it. Because it's like, damn, why would I fuck up my house for that? I'm not gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? And that's my answer to that. We will fuck up. We're human, like a man, like a female will. Las mujeres tend to make less mistakes than a man because they go based on emotions. If you don't make them get wet, they're not gonna fuck. It is what it is. A guy don't have to get wet for nothing. They're gonna put it in and they're gonna keep it moving. But if a woman take care of her man to make sure loco, tú puedes salir de vaciado de tu casa every day if they want. Vaciado, loco, normal. Loco, you're not looking at nothing in the street.
No, it's a 50-50 there. But
It's like a 70. It's like a 70-30.
It depends.
It's like a 70-30.
Depends on the person, though.
Yeah,
That's
but if they, everything depends on the person. But what I'm saying is, you have a better chance.
On the relationship,
But no,
how long
you
is
do
the
like if you sale
relationship they've
vaciado,
been
you
together
have a
too?
No,
less chance
manito,
to even
yeah,
look.
definitely. Pero tú tienes, la mujer tiene un 70-30 de perder su marido. They got 70% on their side if they're taking care of their man. It's just simple. It's simple.
Yeah.
Because us as men, again, we're talking relationships and all type of shit. But as men, if you have everything you need, you got to be a dumbass to fuck it up.
Yep.
That's the bottom line.
You guys said it. We're human beings, right?
Right.
It all depends on the position you're in your relationship at the moment, bro. Right now, remember, we all have up and down with our relationship.
Normal. Eso es normal.
Exactly.
Eso es normal.
Pero si te cogen en el momento, your coworker te cogen en el momento that you are down, that you like, man, fuck this bitch.
But why is your woman letting you be down? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Why is your woman letting you be down? Your woman, not your woman. I'm just talking about the woman, la mujer. Not talking about your wife. I'm talking about the women in general. Why should they let their man? Why should they give a leverage to any other? Because we're wired different. We're wired different. So why would a woman let her man be down at any point?
But this is the whole thing.
They be slacking,
Maybe
boy.
your relationship, you never been down, or your girl was like, yeah, you know what, fuck it, I see
I
you.
I be down all the time.
Lift you back up.
Yeah. No, porque,
You know, your
go ahead, go
girl
ahead.
might be the one helping you out, but we all don't have the same relationship. You know, we wish we had the same relationship based on, oh, fuck, like I need that dollar that I'm missing to buy lunch, or oh, here you go, you don't even gotta ask for it. You know, not everybody got that woman, bro.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, like I said, we all go through bad shit with our couples. We got times that ella tiene más que uno y se la quiere dar más que uno, ¿me entiendes? Igual como que when you have it and she's down and you see her crying or suffering, be like, here you go, man, I don't want to see you suffering. Pero cuando tú estás sufriendo, a ti, esa persona que siempre está al lado tuyo nunca te dice, hey, here you go, man, you okay? Or, you know, what's wrong? You know, that's what, like, just by me getting out of topic right now, just for a second, that's why I look up to this rapper that he be singing so much. This nigga Raw Wade. Everything he sings is like it makes sense, bro. He has a song saying that sometimes you feel down at home and you don't even have nobody to call you just to see how you're doing, bro.
Yeah,
In the house.
and I wanna add to what he said, or what you're listening to, and what I said too. Sometimes we're looking for the upper that we need in the wrong places.
That's the thing right there.
And listen to what I'm saying, because sometimes somebody might be looking for it sexually. Maybe they're not giving it to you sexually. Maybe they're giving it to you financially.
Emotionally.
Maybe they're giving it to you emotionally. That's what we as men, that's why they say behind every strong man, there's a strong woman. And at the end of the day, when we look at it, because now I'm putting into what I said, because I feel like I was right. And then you just made me think about it a little bit different based on what this rapper's saying. And now I'm adding to both equivalents to make my math. Sometimes we're looking for what we need in the wrong place. Sometimes we already have it. Sometimes we have it.
You're right.
Sometimes we have to understand that that's what they're providing that, and that's what the fuck you need. You don't need what. Maybe I'm looking for something, and I'm gonna speak for myself. Maybe I've been looking for my wife for something that she cannot give me, right? Because she just can't give me that, whatever it is. But then I've sat back and I've analyzed and I've been like, but this motherfucker giving me this.
Right.
This, and this, nigga.
Right, like
what?
And that's
Nigga,
all I
I'm
need.
winning, nigga.
And that's all I need.
Nigga, I'm winning, nigga.
Right.
I'm
Sometimes,
winning.
sometimes you're looking out there for something that's right in front of your face.
Yeah.
And you like take it for advantage. You know
For
what I
granted,
mean?
no, for
Take it
granted,
for
for
granted,
granted,
for
for granted.
Granted.
Nah, bro. Nah, my God, thank you for everything. You made me a little bit smarter today, bro. Appreciate it.
No problem, man. Anytime, man. Anytime.
Say what you were gonna say? You know what?
Que alguna vez we blind based on the relationship we're in, because we're already used to it. You know, so you
That
try
too.
to all you guys was what y'all were just saying right now. Esos son excusas to make your relationship better. Be like, fuck, I'm fucking up there. I'm looking for something that I already have. No,
Right.
bro. Sometimes I have a friend of mine. I don't want to mention his name. He's going through some shit right now with his girl. Right? This
Yeah.
nigga busting his ass working all the time. El tipo siempre está busting his ass. And cuando él tiene, por ejemplo, dinero, you see this nigga basically balling with his family type. Well, it's not even his family, because the only family he got is just her. And she got
yeah,
kids.
her family.
So at the end of
her
the-
family.
Yeah, so at the end of the day, he's always helping out. But it comes a time, bro, that they don't appreciate. Women don't appreciate. You think he has to stay there? I see him, and sometimes I be telling him, like, bro, like, if you don't feel happy, just leave.
Yeah,
It's excuses. Bro, si tu mujer gana más que tú, hey, baby, this is what I made. What you made? Or you made this, you made 2,000, I made 5,000. Vamos a ver qué podemos hacer. So at the end of the day, vamos a ver qué podemos hacer para pagar los biles, see how much you're going to say, see this, see that.
But-
Pero most of the time, all you see is the woman wants to do other things for herself. She makes 5,000, she want to spend 4,000 on her, and just be like, here's 1,000, pero gasta los 2,000 que tú buscaste. No,
Right.
aquí estamos todos
Right.
ayudando.
But you have to
Lo que nomás se ayudan ella.
you have to analyze that. Again, with everything that we're talking, sometimes things are not meant for you. or for that person, right? But in this case, I'm gonna just gravitate to the fact that you said that he works so much. Maybe she don't want him working that much. Maybe he doesn't work that much. Maybe she want time. I'm just saying. I don't know her. I don't know him. I'm just saying. I'm just going hypothetically speaking right now. It's like maybe she wants more of him and less work. Maybe.
But what if he has to work that much? You know what I mean?
No, because everybody gonna survive based on what you bring in. If we're gonna spend $2,000 on Cardinal, we're gonna spend 15 and chop down 500 and chop down an extra vacation because I want to spend more time with the family.
Yeah.
There's a lot of females out here that try their husbands because they're not around, and the husband is doing it because they want to be able to provide a better living for the family, but you're not there. So at the end of the day, you're not really providing a better life for your family because you're not there. It's better off to be part of the family and make less. So everybody's situation is different, obviously. Obviamente, es diferente para todo el mundo.
Claro.
But he have to find a common threshold. And for me, that's what I'm saying. For me, I think that I came to the common denominator and stop looking for something that they cannot give me and appreciate what they are giving me.
Yeah.
And maybe he has to do the same. Maybe she has to do the same. And to everybody's different. Obviamente, it's different ball game for everybody. But if you could find it in yourself and be happy within yourself and understand yourself, that's all you could do.
Right.
From there, whatever happened from there on out, it's over.
Yeah.
How you gonna be happy? Let's say, for example, right now, P, que tú digas, baby, que yo le pregunte a tu mujer, hey, how much money you got in your bank account right now? And she told me, oh, I have $50,000, and you only have $800 in your account.
Yeah.
So where's this money your woman been hiding from you this whole time? That you probably been struggling, you know, even to pay the bills. You've been struggling, even to pay anything. That all you had to save up, and you still have other bills you need to pay. That's so you still got the extra $800. Que no te dicen a ti, hey, look, I have this, you know. Let's put this to help ourselves out. Escondiendo dinero.
You picked a nice one, and I know we gotta get off air, but I'm gonna tell you real quick. I'm not gonna give you the exact amount that she has in the bank account, but I'm in the same predicament that you're talking about right now.
That happened to him.
Because me, I'm the one that's gonna go spend the extra money on buying food. I'm gonna do the extra. But when it comes to it, at the end of the day, you know what that falls under? It's fall under responsibility and being able to spend just enough and hold something down. That's all that matters at the end of the day. Because right now, if we were to go buy a house right now, I know she's gonna put all that money up. I know she will. Based on whatever else I could contribute to that. But there's people out there that are getting cheated, but you're not supposed to tell everybody anything that you have as a whole. I'm going to tell you the key component to this, and we could close it down with this one. I've heard from people, from churches to fucking Instagrammers, whatever, there should be 3 bank accounts in the household. There should be yours, hers, and a joint. Whatever goes into that joint account, that's baby. Listen, my love. This is esto lo que está en la casa. Esto lo que hay. The kids' uniform, field trips, whatever comes out of there. Whatever you have on yours is okay. Whatever I have on mine is okay. And we should always take this as a business standpoint. It should always be a business. I love you. I want to be with you till I grow old, but we should have this. Have yours. I have mine's, and we have the joint account. And there, at that point, nobody's wrong. Nobody's wrong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
Nobody's wrong.
We're going to close it out with that one. You're right.
Close it.
I appreciate you. Hey, manito, estamos en esa, loco. Se le quiere de gratis.
Yeah.
Dale,
Thank you
igualmente,
for the
advice
call.
be easy, man.
All right.
De-
Thank you for listening to the VPNJ show. Tú sabes que lo que es.
We extended the program tonight.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I love the fact that we said in topic, gentlemen. We had a caller, and it was relationship wise throughout.
It was good.
Toxicity and
Every president.
animosity and hatred and everything. And with that being said, my boys,
Ya tú sabes.
recogemos los micrófonos, mi gente, que ya nos vamos.
Yes, sir.
And we'll run it back soon.
¿Cuándo?
I don't know.
Real soon.
Very soon. You never know. Soon could be Sunday. Soon could be Saturday. Soon could be Friday. Soon could be later on tonight. You never know. I'm just saying.
We out. Holla.